speaker is Ms. Yuki Murakami from Kwassui Women's University. The title of her speech is Let's Start, Be Smart, Make Suggestions. Let's start, be smart, make suggestions. Ms. Murakami, would you come up to the stage?
Thank you, Mr. President, and distinguished judges and questioners. Good afternoon, everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I have one question to ask you. What do you think about restarting nuclear power plants? Well, I am against restarting. Regarding the Fukushima tragedy, there still remain various problems. Why it happened? Whose responsibility it was, and what will happen in the future. So now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Keiichi Ito's words. He is a former judge in 2006, and he issued a ruling to order the suspension of a nuclear reactor in Ishikawa Prefecture. About the Fukushima tragedy, he said, the Japanese government is so uninterested of the safety of its people. They didn't disclose the data of spilling to the public, felt no guilt of exposing people to 20 mL under dose limit of radiation. Now Mr. Ito is a lawyer and joined the demonstration against restarting nuclear power plants. Like him, I am against restarting. While nuclear energy is inaccessible, an extensive blackout is something we worry about. What should we do to avoid blackout? My suggestions are threefold. The first suggestion is to start saving electricity. Then, how to save it? The key to the electricity conservation lies in daily action. Early to bed and early to rise. It has a remarkable effect of saving electricity because usage of light and electric appliances is greatly reduced. Besides, family should stay in the same room whenever possible. This would diminish excessive energy use. It can become a good opportunity for family conversation as well. We can talk about using the public transportation, cycling, walking, and even carpooling. New ideas will spring up when you're talking with your family. About shelter and keeping in touch when the earthquake occurs. There are lots of things to talk about, as we experienced the March 11th earthquake in nuclear power plant catastrophe. The second suggestion is to be smart. We have to learn a lot about how to manage electricity. Last summer, some people got heat shock because they abstained from using an air conditioner. This is an example of overreaction. The night lights on the road were switched off. However, it was a useless attempt because there was a sufficient amount of electricity during the nighttime. The demand changes throughout the day, so it is not the weird or danger of blackout over time. There is a technology named smart grid. It enables power generation and consumption to be optimized. If all the power stations are connected by smart grid, effective management of electricity becomes possible. Regardless of the weather condition, it can properly function in solar and wind power plants. Small and medium-sized energy stations can be connected in various locations. As a result, more kindness to the environment, less transmission loss, and fewer risks in times of disaster. there is a new electric meter named smart meter. It performs automatic energy saving when the whole electronic equipment is wired on a network. It automatically transmits unused electricity from the solar panel systems to electric power companies. Furthermore, there are geothermal and ocean current power generations and methane hydrate. We have many newly advanced generating technologies and management systems. Which one to adopt and which one to discontinue? We must be smart enough to decide on the best possible option. The third suggestion is to suggest ideas of our own. Formerly, only a few restricted people participated in the decision-making process. A nuclear energy project was propelled. This way, the myth of the nuclear energy safety has been established. Today, we can request the information disclosure, and we can evaluate and criticize the political measures. And yes, we have the power to suggest ideas of our own. For example, we can apply for speech contests like what I'm actually doing now. We can post our ideas on the Facebook and Twitter. Traditionally, we ordinary people only got information from the mass media, like newspapers or TVs. Do you think that expressing one opinion is a privilege confined to only a few limited people? No, the internet is changing the situation. Now we can spread our ideas easily. Anyone can suggest opinions, launch discussions, and introduce new ideas. This way, we can become a powerful opinion maker to change our society. The public opinion, made up of you, ladies and gentlemen, can revolutionize the politics in the world. Let's start. Be smart. Make suggestions. Thank you for listening.